Look at your life. Really look at it. You were biologically engineered for the hunt, for the high-stakes pressure of the shield wall, and for the white-hot intensity of the forge. Your ancestors survived the crushing frost of the north and the brutal chaos of the battlefield by trusting their instincts and moving with singular intent. But today, your greatest battles aren't fought with steel. They are fought against the suffocating fog of overthinking. Your enemies are passive-aggressive emails and the paralyzing complexity of a world that wants you distracted, toothless, and predictable. Do you feel that static in your head? That simmering pressure modern society calls anxiety or lack of clarity is actually the labyrinth, the internal maze of your own psyche. It is the place where every suppressed fear, every hidden failure, and every unslain demon resides. They tell you to breathe it away or meditate it into silence, but you cannot relax your way out of a maze that is actively swallowing your ambition. When you ignore the maze, you don't escape it. You just become a permanent resident, wandering the corridors of maybe until you rot while your body keeps going through the motions. The Greeks didn't try to avoid the dark. They sent a hero into it equipped with a thread, the unshakable logic and singular mission that leads a man through his own shadows and back into the light. You don't need more options or a vacation. You need to find the thread, face the Minotaur at the center of your soul, and reclaim the power you've been hiding from yourself. You need to stop letting your potential rot in a maze of politeness and start moving with terrifying, singular purpose. This is Hypothetiks. Today, we stop wandering the maze, we conquer it. Quote 1. Ariadne's thread is the mission you refuse to drop. Ancient legend. Your purpose is not something you find in the light. It is the string you hold on to in the dark. Most men feel lost because they keep letting go of their thread to chase shadows on the wall. Pick your singular mission, grip it until your knuckles turn white, and never let the maze dictate your direction again. Quote 2. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. John Milton. The labyrinth isn't made of stone, it's made of your thoughts. If you let your mind wander without a master, it will build a prison that no amount of money or status can unlock. You are either the architect of your freedom or the prisoner of your own complexity. Quote 3. It is a narrow thread that leads to the center. Greek proverb. Confusion is the result of having too many paths. The truth is always narrow, sharp, and demanding. Stop looking for the easy way out of the maze and start looking for the hard way that actually leads to the beast. Quote 4. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Carl Jung. The Minotaur at the center of the maze is often your own shadow. The things you hate in the world are often the things you have suppressed in your own labyrinth. Facing the beast isn't about killing a monster. It's about claiming the power you've been hiding from yourself. Quote 5. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. The labyrinth is bearable only if the thread is strong. If your why is weak, the walls will close in and crush you at the first dead end. Find the mission that makes the darkness irrelevant, and the maze becomes nothing more than a training ground. Quote 6. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. Plato, you cannot win the wars of the world if you are losing the war inside your own head. The labyrinth is the ultimate testing ground for your character. If you can navigate your own shadows, no external enemy can ever hope to mislead you. Quote 7, where you stumble, there lies your treasure. Joseph Campbell. The dead ends in your life are not failures. They are markers. Every time you hit a wall in the labyrinth, you are being shown exactly where you need to grow. Don't curse the wall. Climb it. Quote 8, a man who is a master of himself can end a sorrow as easily as he can invent a pleasure. Oscar Wilde. Most men are slaves to their own moods, wandering wherever their feelings take them. The hero of the thread commands his own state of mind. He chooses the fire in the forge and the logic in the maze. Quote 9, the sun does not shine into the corners of the labyrinth. Greek proverb. Stop waiting for clarity to strike you like a lightning bolt. Clarity is a byproduct of movement, not a prerequisite for it. Grab the thread and start walking. The light only appears once you've proven you're willing to face the dark. Quote 10, if you do not see the beast, you are the beast. Ancient wisdom. Denial is the thickest wall in the labyrinth. If you claim you have no darkness, no rage, and no flaws, you are already lost in the belly of the Minotaur. Realize your own capacity for destruction so you can finally begin to direct it towards something great. Quote 11, the thread is made of your non-negotiables. Stoic principle. What will you never do? What will you always stand for? These are the fibers of your thread. If these are weak, you will be spun around by every trend and every whisper until you vanish into the fog. Quote 12, the soul that is afraid to be alone will never find the center. Ancient wisdom. The labyrinth is a solo journey. You cannot bring the crowd into the maze with you. They will only distract you and lead you into deeper confusion. Master the silence, and you will hear the footsteps of the beast you were born to slay. Quote 13, complexity is the refuge of the coward. Warrior proverb. We make our lives complicated to avoid taking simple, difficult actions. It's easier to overthink a plan than it is to execute a strike. Cut the complexity, find the thread, and move. Quote 14, the exit is where you entered, but you are not the same man who went in. Mythological principle. The goal of the labyrinth isn't just to get out. It's to be transformed by what you found at the center. If you haven't changed, you haven't really faced the Minotaur. The struggle is the forge. The exit is the proof. Quote 15, trust not the walls, for they are built to deceive. The labyrinth code. Your feelings are the walls. They will tell you that you're tired, that you're failing, and that it's impossible. Ignore the walls and trust the thread. The thread is the only thing in the maze that cannot lie. Once you have looked the Minotaur in the eye and walked away with its head. Quote 16, he who conquers the inner monster fears no outer storm. Warrior proverb. Once you have looked the Minotaur in the eye and walked away with its head, the world's problems look like child's play. Internal victory is the foundation of external dominance. Use the maze to build a spirit that is unshakable. Quote 17, "The thread is thin, but it is made of iron." Ancient wisdom. Logic and mission are simple, but they are stronger than the heaviest stone. Do not underestimate the power of a single clear goal. It is the only thing that can pull you through a lifetime of chaos. Quote 18, "Wisdom is knowing the maze. Courage is entering it." Greek proverb. Reading about philosophy is not the same as living it. You can study the map of the labyrinth all day, but you will never grow until you step into the shadows, move from the stands and into the arena. Quote 19, "Small is the spirit that is crushed by a little weight." Seneca. If you are afraid to sit in silence with your own thoughts, you are already a prisoner. Build the strength to look at your failures without flinching. The maze is only terrifying if you refuse to own it. Quote 20, "The labyrinth is a gift for the hero." Ancient wisdom. Without the maze, Theseus is just a man. Without your struggles, you are just another compliant shell. The confusion, the pressure, and the internal war are the very things that will make you legendary. The world has enough lost men. It has enough people who have wandered so long they've forgotten they even had a soul to save. You were never meant to be one of them. The confusion you're feeling right now isn't something to be cured with more comfort. It's the signal that you are standing at the entrance of your own labyrinth. If you leave it aimless, the maze will swallow you whole. If you grip the thread and find your mission, the maze will forge you into a king. Grip the thread, face the beast, and for the love of your ancestors, stop wandering in circles in a world that needs you to lead. This has been Hypothetiks. If this message found the hero in you, hit the like button and show the algorithm that there is still a demand for clarity in a world of fog. Drop a comment below with the words, "Escape the maze," to let me know you're done wandering and ready to start striking with purpose. It tells me who is actually holding the thread and who is just lost in the walls.